Hey, welcome to all the girls, DIY. Today, we do brakes. It wasn't raining when I started. All right, well, here's my little makeshift canopy. I know this is not the right part to use. I typically have a C-clamp, but again, in the midst of my move, I don't know where it is, but this will work. So what I do is remove the tire, which was fun in itself. It's a 19mm bolt head for the lug nuts. Yes, that is the factory stand because the jacks that I have are don't sit low enough, so I had to use the factory one. It's not my ideal situation, but it is what it is. I do not have jack stands. I'm probably breaking a lot more rules than I should probably tell you here. But 2016 Ford Focus, which is the Cashmobile, and we're doing the brakes. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm compressing the caliper. You compress the caliper to kind of push the fluid, the brake fluid, back up and into the master cylinder. And you want to do that because it'll give you the room when you go to put the new brake pads on. I will show you a little bit more as we move forward, but this is what we're doing as of right now. So right now I'm just compressing. You gotta press, turn, and wait. Let the fluid back up a little bit. And again, what it does is it'll press the caliper, caliper piston all the way back, so that when you go put the new pads on, it'll be easier to put on. There'll be more room. The piston's not going to be pushed all the way out. So that is where we're at right now, and I'll get back to you in a minute. Alright guys, so as you can see from watching it earlier, the compression I'm putting on here, just enough. Again, see all this extra space I have now? Yes, my brakes are pretty much metal to metal. The clip that I'm holding is actually what holds the brake in place. It goes on like this. So we popped that off before we started. Maybe on the other side I'll show you, because this is where I'm at. But as you can see, I'm really compressing these brakes to make it so much easier. Plus, I didn't realize how bad my brakes were. So I am compressing that, waiting a few minutes, and still moving on. But I wanted to let you know that on the 2016, the 7mm bolt back here, actually it's not a bolt, it is a hex, 7mm hex to remove. So I'll get into some more details when I go on the other side. Again, rain caught me off guard, so alright, we'll see. I think they're just waiting for a car to follow me and come get me. That's just my professional opinion. It's like 6 hawks. So, as you can see, I'm going to try to show you over here a little bit. I don't know if you can get to the angle or not, but you can see it's being compressed right here. There's the boot. So, I think that's going to be good enough for now. You can always do it by hand a little bit usually, just to get a little extra inches if you need it. But just want to try to get that in there so you can see how the boot is being compressed. It's usually expanded all the way here to keep your brake pressure. I'm not going to get into the science of how the caliper works. There's other people who talk about that. Just trying to give you some basic knowledge here of replacing brakes and how easy it really is. Alright, so now I'm going to take these bolts out. I loosen them a little bit. And you can also see by compressing, the bolt actually comes out a little bit. I should be able to almost take this out by hand. I'm going to get my ratchet and get that on there. I'll take them off and I'll show you. Also, one other little trick that I've learned from other mechanics. I don't know if this one's going to work yet, but I usually keep a hook nearby so that I can take my caliper, lay it up here. It gives me an area to work without the caliper swing all around. Now I am just doing brake pads, so I may not need it, but if I need to kind of hold that up out of the way while I go grab a tool or go grab something, it's not laying all over the place. But we'll see. But that's just a little trick that I've learned over the years. I just throw a hook. If I need to, I have another S hook. I can connect it so it just kind of hangs here without it being all over the place. All right. I will get back to you once I let this go and start pulling the caliper off. Alright, I'm trying to keep the video short because I know when I'm watching these videos I want to get right to the point. So I'm getting ready to pull the caliper off. When you're undoing the bolts, again for 2016 Ford Focus, 17 millimeter. When you go to start, there's one at the top, and there's one down here. You can see how far I've already had it pulled out. The way it's threaded is you got to kind of lock in there a little bit. So you kind of have to pull them out just a little bit. Should be able to pull it right off. So there it is, and that's the brake pad, and that is pretty worn down. I'll show you guys a comparison in a minute, but just wanted to give you a quick look on how that comes off. So like I was saying before, sometimes I need to use this S hook here on other cars. It's the first time I've actually done it on this car, so wasn't sure what I was going to need, but it's actually perfect length. It's not stretching, not putting any strain on the cable, and the caliper, I made it put the caliper on the tire. So at this point, you can slide your brake pads right off. That one snaps in. It's got little clips in the back. I'll show you in a minute. But try to remember, you know, how your brakes are looking as far as where they sit up at. And there is a difference between which side goes on which, so you want to pay attention. I'll show you a comparison of the new ones, which I have over here. Power Stop Evolution Plus. This was recommended, so by with Rock Auto, not sponsored by them, but that is where I use buy all my parts from. There's that same retaining clip, and then here are the new brakes. I don't know if you can see right off the bat how beefier these ones are versus what I'm taking off. So yeah, I'll do a side by side as far as, you know, what we got here. So here's what we got. So here's the brake pads. These are pretty much, I think, the stock ones. You can see how much neat metal is on here. It's not a lot. And I do a decent amount of driving. So that's the outer part of the caliper. And here's what it's supposed to look like. So here, I think you can kind of sort of see the difference here. A little bit extra meat on these guys, so I will be putting these back in and get myself back to safe. So when putting them in, you're just reversing the process. I'm going to take this guy, snap that one back in where it's supposed to be, and then I typically like to take my time and then pull this guy off. Like I was saying before, it's also hard to do with one hand. Don't really touch this part. I've always been told not to touch this part when you're putting the new ones on because you don't want any dirt or grease or anything on. I do not usually spray any kind of chemicals or brake stuff. It's just not something I've ever really done. But you can. They do make stuff you can put on the brakes and keep them clean. There's some, but this package doesn't actually come with it, so I'm not going to use any. Sometimes there's some brake loops that I'll give you that you can put up in here to keep any kind of friction. But nope, but here it is. Look how thin that really is. You know, they were saying, oh, it's metal on metal. Well, I think I have a little bit of life. I don't think I was a major danger. But if I can show you by one hand here. Try not to touch this part. So that's that one compared to that one. As you can see, yeah, pretty close. I mean, it's, so we're gonna get rid of that. Put this guy in. Again, I'm just gonna reverse the process of how it went in, which was like this. Snap this guy in. The little holders, I don't know, springs, whatever, I don't know, that's clips, whatever, I don't know. Again, I'm not actually a mechanic, I'm just a garage mechanic who knows how to change his brakes. So I'll snap that one in, get that one on, get the caliper roll back on, get back, and then I will put new clips in, and then tighten everything back up, and then just reverse the process, or reverse the process to get back in, get the tire back on, and I'll run to the other side and get myself all set up. Still need it. I'm sure you can hear the rain hitting my tarp, but that is where we're at. Again, 2016 Ford Focus, just replacing pads. I was going to do the rotors, but they're actually not terrible. Removed not too long ago, and I do notice that moisture builds up a lot more if the car sits for a day, but it's not enough to hurt it. But they actually feel pretty good. I'm not really supposed to be touching these, but I'll go for test drives before I take the family anywhere. All right, I will get back to you in a few minutes once I have some more parts put together to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'll press it a little bit more, and now the caliper housing fits back on. I just tightened this one bolt up, put a couple threads in just to hold it so it doesn't move. And now I got to sit and try to remember how I put this back on. I don't know if I can do this with one hand or not, because, well, I just find out together. Oops. Well, that didn't work. Alright, let me get back to you. Alright, so before you put your front spring, I'm gonna call it spring, front clamp on, make sure your bolts are tightened, because they get those lined up, because this will then pull this up towards it. And then I've always been told by other mechanics that kind of taught me over the years that calipers just need to be hand tight. So, you know, to me that's good. Nice and tight, nice and solid. Pull this all out if it wants to come out. One thing I like about this particular socket is that it is easy to come out. And now we're going to try to put that clamp on without killing myself. Let's see how that goes. And oh, great. Oh. I can't do this one-handed, so I'll get back to it once I get the foot. The idea is putting this piece on this ledge, and the pin goes into the hole, and then that helps pull the front forward. And that is it. I got that on. Got it all tapped into place. It's not going anywhere. So that's not happening. So again, just reversed everything, put everything back together. The two bolts on. 7mm hex. Back fed drive, which I really like this socket set. Picked it up a while ago. It was working on other cars. And yes, it is still relatively new because I try not to use it that often because I really like it. But I bought it years ago, believe it or not. Even though all the other parts are rusted, the handle is still nice. But anyway, I digress. It's just a cobalt, and you can use a regular sock on the back, which I've done several times. But when you're working in a slightly tight space, I can easily, if you can't get, anybody who's ever worked on cars, sometimes you can't get your socket all the way out. But in this case, if you needed to, you can just pop that out and then just pull your socket out. So anyway, but yeah, so that's it. So that's how you're doing a caliper for a 2016 Ford Focus front disc. And make sure, because I think the rears are drums, and that's a whole other project in itself. A couple of things that I did not mention in the beginning of this. We got the tires back on. For those who don't know or not sure, re-putting your tires back on, always put them in star pattern. And as you go, tighten them all the way down. That's what you want to do when you tighten them all up. And yes, there is a lock nut on this car, only because of the fact that one of these bolts are stripped, and that's what I actually had in my garage. Also, another little safety thing I wanted to mention that I did not mention earlier was blocking the back of your car. Well, my driveway is not 100% level. It actually slopes a little bit. So, I got a big old block. Ugh. So, I had this block laying around, way big enough to do what I need to do, and it just keeps the car from moving. Another little safety thing that I want to add on there till the end. A little thing you want to do is when you come into your car, and yes, they are Darth Vader floor mats. I can't see. Is pump the brakes. Remember, we compressed the calipers earlier, so we just want to kind of give them until they feel nice and tight, and this way it puts the pressure back into them. And then take it for a test drive and see how you go. So that'll pretty much wrap up what we had to do here with the caliper, with the cash machine here. And yeah, there's Darth Vader there too, and well, there's other Star Wars trinkets. But yeah, no, make sure everything's tightened up, take it for a test drive, take it slow, and just make sure everything's good. All right. Well, I'll see you next time. Either we'll be cashing or we'll be posting another one of these little DIYs, and see what happens. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Let me know what I did wrong, because I'm sure I did stuff wrong. Also, if there's something I may do better for next time I have to do this, that'd be great. So I will talk to you guys later. All right? Bye. And like I said, there's Star Wars. Star Wars. Star Wars.